Hello everyone, and in this video, I'm going to be walking through how to make your first 3D print from scratch. And so this is a 3D printer, a Creality Ender 3 that I just finished setting up from the box. And I've already leveled the bed, have a video on how to do that. I've also already loaded the spool. I'm using PLA plastic. And so what we're going to be doing is going through all the stuff that you do on the computer to get a 3D file like this sliced so that your 3D printer can print it. And so to do that on your 3D printers, you're going to have some kind of memory card slot right here for a microsd card. And we're going to go to our computer with this and actually make those files. And then we're going to be going through how to get your printer turned on and get your nozzle and your bed set to the right temperature values for your plastic to actually come and make stuff like this. So stay tuned. And the very first thing we're going to be doing is installing a thing called a slicer, and there's an open source common one called Ultimaker Cura. So it's free and it's cross-platform, so it doesn't matter if you're Mac or Windows. And so this is a free download. You guys can go through this download stuff on your own, but it's a very common one. I've already installed it on my Mac right here. Again, you can do this on Windows or Ubuntu if you wanted to. And so once you've got it up and running, Cura is going to look like this. And so basically, it will probably first ask you to specify what printer you have. So I've put in the specific printer type that I'm using here, which is the Creality Ender 3. They have a huge list of printers. So just go through here and figure out, whichever one you have. And so high level, what your slicer does is it will basically take the 3D files of the stuff that you want to print, and it will slice them. So it is converting that object. Like if I wanted to print something like this guy, it basically figures out how for each Z height, like where does that nozzle XY need to go and the route that it needs to take to print all the different layers to eventually end up at this shape. So that's what that does. It's not so much about actually modifying the 3D files, although you can edit them slightly. But high level, this is what that's about. So once you've installed Cura, the other thing we're going to do is we're going to go back to your internet browser, and we'll go to, there's a bunch of websites out there. Thingiverse, again, very common one, full of free models that other people have shared with you. So if you just go to the homepage, you can search up stuff. But for the sake of getting started, 3D Benchy is a good place to go. So basically you can just click on these things, and again, it's all free. So you just download these files. There should be a download button. I believe that's it. I'm sorry, right here. And so once this thing downloads, these files can take up, in this case, 80 megs. So what I'm going to do is so this is now in my downloads folder. So I'm going to go back to Cura, and we're going to click on open files. And if I go to my downloads folder, I need to first extract the zip that it was just downloaded. So give me a moment on that. So go to downloads and double click it to extract. So now if I go back to here, I can open up the file that is the actual boat. And for whatever reason on Mac, it's pretty cool that they let you see this stuff. So I'm going to open up this one right here because it's the entire boat. If you wanted to print the boat in pieces, sometimes people want to print it in pieces to have different colors. But in my case, I'm just going to print the entire boat. You click it like that, and you can see that we've now opened up the STL file inside of Cura, the slicer program. And so now if you right click with your mouse, you can move it around and stuff like that. You can also zoom in by scrolling. And then the other thing you can do, so this right here, if you look, tells you the dimensions that it'll be. So if you have a little ruler, you can figure out exactly, how big your object will be when it finishes printing. And if you wanted this thing to be, bigger overall, if you click it, you can then go to scale, and here, if you wanted to make this boat, 300% bigger, and you provide uniform scaling, you hit enter, you can see that the boat is now going to be a lot more large. And so that's how you can do it if you really wanted a really big boat. And it depends on, the capacity of your 3D printer. In my case, the Creality can go out to 9 by 9 by 9 inches, I believe. So once you've got it where you want it, I'm going to return it back to its normal size here. You click on slice, and so slice will engage the actual local machine that you're running on to figure out how to slice this 3D object in a way that your 3D printer can actually print it. And so in my case, it's telling me that the entire print job will take, and this is an estimate, 3 hours 19 minutes to complete. It's going to use 18 grams of my plastic, whatever's on that spool. So as long as I've got at least 18 Gs, I'm good. That's that. And now the other thing to do is I have my little micro SD card from our printer. So I'm just going to shove this into my computer. So it was able to detect it right there. So I'm going to click on Save to Removable Drive. So we've saved it. And now I'm going to click on Eject. And now we are going to go back to our 3D printer to actually start this job. I'm going to push that into the little memory slot here on our printer. And because I'm using PLA plastic, I am going to need to preheat the bed and the nozzle. And so to do that on this one, you basically just push here. We're going to scroll down to temperature, and you can see that you can manually specify the set point temperature values for your nozzle or your bed. And you can also have presets here, so you don't need to do that stuff. Again, if you're using a different type of plastic, you're gonna have different temperature settings, but in my case, we're doing PLA. And in my case, I'm gonna hit preheat PLA here, and you can see that now our nozzle has a 185-degree set point, and our bed has a 50 Celsius set point. All right, so now our bed and nozzle are preheated, and I'm going to actually go back to that print from TF card, and I'm gonna print the benchy, and I'm gonna go to print. And we're going to let this thing finish. So you can see that the nozzle temperature did the set point change from 185 to 200. When you're starting your 3D prints, you should watch at least the first layer. You can see that some of the stuff's coming out, and that's okay. First thing it does is it does a line just on the edge of the board of the bed, and that's just to get it to clean out the nozzle. And the other thing you want to check for while this is going is to make sure that the filament or whatever it's laying down is actually making it onto the bed. So that's what good looks like. And then the very first thing that the printer does is it makes a skirt around the object that it's going to be printing. And so basically what you're looking for here is to make sure that you're not seeing, if this bed wasn't leveled, it would be not sticking to all sides of it. Or if you heard scraping, then you would just pull the power on this thing so it stops scraping the bed. But yeah, so that's what it is. And then you just kind of monitor it, the first layer, to make sure that all the stuff's going down the way you expect it to go down. And yeah, so once this thing finishes up, you will have your finished product. So hope this helps, and thank you all for watching.